begin our meditation by just taking in a breath and just letting it go. Allow yourself to just be in this moment, this present, precious moment. Take in another deep breath. And just allow yourself to just relax. And just let everything go. Allow your entire body to just relax, to just let go. I'm going to use the mantra that Edward Villon used. There is one life. That life is God. That life is my life now. So I want you to say that to yourself. Count 4 breaths and say it again. There is one life. That life is God. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. If you're having trouble sitting, just bring yourself back to the mantra. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. There is one life. That life is God's. That life is my life now. As we begin to bring this meditation to a close, let's just take in one deep breath and then slowly, gently open your eyes. Good evening. Welcome to the Wednesday night service. We're going to have music by NUDay. We have Vanessa Wynn, Karen Daniels, Regina Woods, Andrea Brimmery, special guest Manuel Mendoza.
Yay, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Not yet. are flowing my way. It's a season of power and prosperity. It's a new season and it's coming to me. Oh, it's a new season. It's a new day. Special anointings are flowing my way. It's a season of power and prosperity. It's a new season and it's coming to me.
It's a new season. It's a new day. Fresh anointing. It's flowing my way. It's a season of power and prosperity. It's a new season and it's coming to me.
It's a new season. It's a new day. Fresh anointing are flowing my way. It's a season of power and prosperity. It's a new season and it's coming to me.
Oh, what beautiful, beautiful lyrics. It's a new season, a new day. For there is only one divine presence. And this presence is absolutely loving. It is loving each and every one of us. For it is our very life and being. I speak my word tonight for this service. And I declare that each one of us is touched in the smallest, most miraculous ways of just understanding who we are and whose we are. And that we go forth sharing that as our new day, our new season. I bless each and every person here. I bless anyone that had anything to do with this service. And I know that it is absolutely perfect in the mind of God. All is truly well. And so it is.
It's a new season and it's coming to me. It's a new season. It's a new day. Fresh anointings are flowing my way. It's a season of power prosperity. It's a new season. It's a new season. It's a new season. And it's coming to
Thank you, NUDay. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this Wednesday night live. This is awesome to just be here and to see your faces and to just be present in community. So thank you for coming. Thank you to everyone who's virtually listening. And we know that this is a new season. We are coming up on fall. So tonight's topic is about celebrating our harvest. Now, if we're talking about a harvest, that implies that we have something. You know, either we have something or we're intending to have something. So the Science of Mind textbook, page 497 states, in everything, give thanks. Amen. An attitude of gratitude is most salutary and bespeaks the realization that we are now in heaven. Amen. Heaven in our present day life. Yes. We can all agree, however, that these last couple of years have been very challenging. Yes. You know, for our families, for ourselves, for the world with COVID, and a multitude of other challenges. Yet, there is something still to be grateful for. Yeah. First and foremost, that we're alive. And there is always this possibility of a new day, a new beginning. But sometimes we have to look to be grateful. And, you know, we can look to our community. We have a beautiful community here at East Bay Church. Last Sunday, I thought was especially great. We had a great talk. We had the chili cook-off. Yeah. It was just being in community. Yes. We have principles to live by that filter how we see the world. We have a car to drive. We have homes to live in, et cetera, et cetera. Now, one of my greatest practitioners has been my husband. And whenever he's asked how he's doing, he always says, great. Oh, I'm doing great. And one of his friends challenged him. He said, man, how can you always be great? And he says, well, if you consider where I've been, every day since has been great, and I'm grateful. Now, I have not always walked in my day-to-day path with this attitude of gratitude. And, you know, with this idea that, oh, I'm just great and everything's, you know, I'm grateful for everything. And especially because I thought, well, you know, I'm supposed to have this. I'm supposed to have it because I work for it. You know, it's a consequence of what I've done. Well, that wasn't the greatest attitude to have, but over time, and I've been in this community for 40 years, it's been an opportunity to look for opportunities to be grateful. And there have been many, many opportunities to be grateful. You know, with something as small as your breath and your body functioning, and my home, my business, my family, my consciousness, and so, so much more. We can learn to practice gratitude if it's not something that comes to you naturally. And I remember a talk that Edward Villon did around gratitude, and he talked about how sometimes he would just close his eyes when he witnessed someone's act of kindness and just thank them. Not to the person, but silently to himself. You know, this has often been said by Oprah and many, many others, you know, to just keep a journal and write down your blessings. You know, just state a few each morning when you awaken. We can be grateful for what we have and what we don't have. Meister Eckhart says, if the prayer you say in your entire life is thank you, that would suffice. Thank you. And now we will have Manuel Mendoza. I'm blessed.
Good evening, everybody. This is, I think everybody knows the song. It's called I Am Blessed. I am blessed by the sun, by the sky, by the earth. I'm blessed with a song, with a love, with a life I'm living. That is all there is. I am one with God. God within is perfect. Peace is clear in my mind. God is life, the love is my life. Spirit is everywhere I go. Soy bendecido con el amor, con la verdad, con la bondad. Soy bendecido con el amor, con la verdad, con la bondad. Soy bendecido. That is all there is. I am one God within is perfect peace. It's clear in my mind. God is my friend. Thy life is my life. Spirit is everywhere I go. Soy bendecido con el amor, con la verdad, con la bondad. Soy bendecido con el amor, con la verdad, con la bondad. Soy bendecido. God is all there is. I am one with God. God within is perfect peace. Is clear in my mind. God is my friend. Thy love is my life. Spirit is everywhere I go. Soy bendecido. I am blessed.
Thank you, Manuel. I am blessed. I'm blessed. So now we're going to have Reverend Sherry Greer.
Good evening, everybody. And so Arleen asked me to speak about gratitude, harvesting gratitude. And this is one of the things that I really try to focus on. And when I look at my life and when I see it's totally out of order, I realize I have not been focused on being grateful. And so I wrote something for today. And it's something for me to just keep reminding myself and for you to hopefully get something out of it too.
Yes.
Harvesting gratefulness.
Yes.
Bearing sweet fruit comes when we are grateful. Each time we experience the closeness of God in a way that fills us spiritually, we experience the harvest. Harvesting isn't something that we experience once a year, but something that we experience on a daily basis. So how do we harvest sweet fruit? By keeping our mind on the goodness of God,
Yes.
giving thanks for all things, for in there is the gift. Being grateful isn't something that we just do. It is a way of life, a way of being. Gratitude is the door to the abundance of God and all creation.
Yes.
It is the great multiplier.
Yes. Yes. Amen.
Being grateful changes your vibration, and by focusing on thy holy presence, it uplifts our consciousness. It could feel like we are being released from a heaviness and being rebirthed in a whole new way that grows us spiritually.
Yes.
Imagine the possibility of being birthed into something dynamically magnificent through a smooth change. Know that even small seeds of gratitude produce an abundant harvest of goodness and joy into your life. This change is an opportunity to strengthen your resilience, which leads to strengthening your spiritual muscle and living in a most joyful way. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Sherry. Now we have music. How great you are.
la cruz, yo primero vi la luz y las manchas de mi alma el lavó. Fue ahí por fe, yo vi a Jesús y siempre con él feliz seré. Mi Dios, cuán grande eres, cuán grande eres tú. Mi Dios, cuán grande eres, cuán grande eres tú. Mi Dios, mi Dios, cuán grande es, cuán grande eres tú. Mi Dios, cuán grande es, cuán grande eres tú. Heavens are telling the earth how great you are. And we are responding to your love.
Nations are rising, rising and falling at your word. We are responding to your love. My God, how great you are! How great you are! My God, how great you are! How great you are! My God, how great you are! How great you are! Hallelujah!
Mi Dios, cuán grande eres tú. Mi Dios, cuán grande eres, cuán grande eres tú. Mi Dios, cuán grande eres, cuán grande eres tú.
That was spectacular. You know, in the beginning, I couldn't understand the Spanish, actually, even in the end. But it was absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Manuel Mendoza and Vanessa Wynn. And now, we will have Arleen King.
Good afternoon. Oh, I guess it's evening now. Thank you all for coming out tonight and those who are online. Really appreciate you. So I'm just going to stop playing with my gadget because I don't have the right notes anyway. So it's going to be an experience, a short one at that. So thank you for our music ministry, Mwamba on bass, Traveling on drums, Regina, Karen, Vanessa, thank you so much. Manuel, bless you. Thank you for saying yes. So this, okay. Today has been all about the harvest. We talked about the gratitude side, but let me talk a little bit about harvesting. Vanessa called her, she said yes. The music ministry said yes. I called someone to do the sound, a video, they said yes. They didn't show up. So I walk out into the parking lot, and it's like, first I asked Lynn, and I go, Lynn needs to enjoy the service. I walked out and said, Cliff, can you come operate the camera? He looked at me, he goes, well, let me get my mask. So when we talk about harvesting, these are things that we've planted along the way. Friends we've made, alliances we've made, people who trust and love us, and they show up when we need them. That's what I see as harvesting. So Jackie, my sister, and I had started to build a garden in the backyard. We just threw stuff in the yard, and it didn't grow like we thought it was gonna grow. It didn't look like those pictures that we see in the magazine. And I said, okay, let me go read up and do what we're supposed to do. We had planted them in the wrong space, not enough sun, not enough water. We didn't even water, we didn't even think to water when we just thought they were gonna grow. So we lifted them up, moved them to the sun, turned on the irrigation, and the water started. All that to say is now we have a beautiful yard full of tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash. But in order for that harvest to happen, we had to take a step back. And sometimes we make decisions about life and we don't think about it, we just do it. And sometimes that's not always the way Spirit wants us to go. So as we harvest and create these good things that are happening in our lives, sometimes we have to take our hands off and just wait. So for me, harvesting is planting, nurturing, caring, watering, fertilizing, whatever it is in your life that you want to see shift and change for the better, we have to do the work. And sometimes we think, oh, it's not going to work, and we pull it up and we throw it aside. I pulled up so many weeds from my yard I thought were weeds, and they were actually flowers, because when I threw them, I didn't compost them. I threw them over to the side, and all of a sudden, this rose came up, or something else that we weren't expecting. But all that to say is when you are in the flow of life, harvesting happens every day. In our friendships, in our relationship, at work, things that we want to see show up and be. We have to, one, till the soil. We have to water our consciousness, and we have to be still. Three very simple things, so I say. But the reality of it, sometimes that's hard because we become impatient. We become very impatient. So we decided we're gonna do this gardening thing full time. So this weekend, we're going to start a hydro garden. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I saw it on Amazon, I go, we don't have to put stuff outside, we can start it in the house. But all that to say is, we have to read the instructions, we have to follow the instructions, and we have to be patient. Because I can tell you, when I put the seed in the ground, in a week I wanna see something coming up. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's kind of how we are in life. We want it quick. I don't do anything, it's just going to happen. But there's work to be done. How many people have a job that you like, but you don't like the people around you necessarily? You like what you're doing, but you don't like what they're doing. That's our opportunity to harvest and shift our thinking about if we work better together, that job would get easier. Because people aren't always going to do what you want them to do. They'll do what they want to do. And we do the same. We do what we want to do as well. So as we go through the season, there are 3 things that happened today. This month is National Hispanic Heritage Month. Today is the day of peace, and it's also the day of World Gratitude. And I found that out on my job. We had a webinar today, and they go, leave today and leave what you're grateful with. And this thing came up and said, today's World Gratitude Day. So Reverend Sherry and Deborah have talked about gratitude, and I invite you to contemplate, what are you grateful for right in this moment? I'm grateful to see all of you here. I'm grateful that I don't always need notes, because there was a lot of things that I wrote down, but were they really necessary to say? Simply, we plant, we water, we nourish. That's for me, the rhythm of life. And I can call on people like Vanessa and say, hey, can you help me out? Cliff, can you move this camera? Deborah and Sherry, can you show up on Wednesday night for us? That's what I harvest: love, friendship, and happiness. And so it is. So let us pray. Let us pray knowing that the universe always says yes. Always says yes. A mere thought of love, joy, and happiness gives us our yes. And in that yes, I know that there's only one life, and that life, I'm calling it love. I'm calling it peace, harmony, acceptance, inclusion, oneness, wholeness, all that God is calling forth for us. So I'm blessing this night. I'm grateful for all who came to share this time with us. I'm grateful for those who could not make it. I know that God called them to do something else. And I'm also right now offering up a special prayer for our community members who may be experiencing a health opportunity, knowing that our prayers are lifted on their behalf, knowing that the power of God heals, the power of God reveals, the power of God is simply, it is. So I'm blessing each of you who can hear my voice, those who are in the room, those who are virtually, knowing that we're in our right and perfect place in this moment. Knowing that the harvest is ripe, and as we go forward from this place, we reap what we sow, the goodness of God. And with this, I simply take my hands off it, allow it to be, knowing that it is good and very good, and so it is. It's gracious giving time. My favorite part of being a part of a spiritual community, because I get to give back from my overflow. We have many ways to give. You can text us, you can send it in the mail, you can go to Zelle, PayPal, whatever you're choosing to do. We lovingly and graciously accept your gift, because we know that East Bay is a power to be reckoned with, a power that's transforming and transcending lives. And for that, we give thanks. So if we can just get a little bit of that, Vanessa. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
so good. Been so good. Been so good. I just want to thank you, Lord.
So right now, we bless the gift and the giver, knowing that we're forever in the flow of prosperity and abundance. I bless this offering. I know it goes forward and commands what the universe allows it to command. And with great gratitude, I release my word, allowing it to be, and so it is. So thank you again for being here. We have called forth our harvest, blessed our harvest, and we're going to reap what we've sown. So happy fall is tomorrow, actually. Happy World Day Peace. Happy Gratitude Day. With that, if you would stand, we will do the benediction. Is there anyone here for the first time? Sorry, we just jumped right in. June, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Vanessa, could you do that one song? It goes, may the Lord bless and keep you. You remember that? May the Lord bless and keep you. May the Lord bless you and keep you and give you peace. Yes.
Sing it, Regina. Come on.
Come on, Regina. That's one of my favorite benediction songs. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. You know. 1, 2, 3. You ready?
I don't know
You
it.
don't remember it.
Just sing.
Okay. Go ahead, Regina.
The Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn His face toward you and give you peace. Amen. 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 Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn His face towards you and give you peace.
Amen. And may we leave here lifted and knowing that God's shining on us and that we have peace within. And that was a sowing, reaping what I was sowing, the words spoken through music. God bless you, and so it is. That's a wrap. Thank you, Cliff, man. You are a lifesaver. Thanks, Karen.